In this video series, we share a relatively rare insight into the practice of private readings in evidential mediumship, which differ fundamentally from the more widely known public demonstrations, of course. All the sitters agreed willingly to the publication of the readings, since they are all part of the spiritual community and understand the benefits of sharing and giving. Hence, it doesn't come as a surprise that a lot of the information in the readings gear around that topic. To understand the depth of the process, you would have to feel into the presence and into the matter of the subject, which is closely related to each and everyone's heart. And of course, you would have to watch the videos from the beginning to the end. Enjoy. Right, so please give me a few seconds.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, I feel that there's a lady coming close, and I feel that this is a lady who was engaged in writing, actually. She's showing me that she was writing. She's showing me the writing in a book. In the book, right? That looks like I don't know, like a diary or something. I don't know what it is. Could be anything. It looks like a book, but it's not sheet papers. And I feel that this is not. I feel that this has to do with her work. It must be something like bookkeeping, keeping track of things around her work. So she was a working woman and making sure that everything was clear so far. Would you understand that so far?
No.
No. I feel that this lady is I feel that I'm going back in time. I feel that I'm going back in time quite a bit. I'm going back. I feel that this is at least grandmother generation of yours, at least, maybe even longer, but at least grandmother.
Yeah.
And would you understand that one of your grandmothers was the family, and she herself was had something like a warehouse?
A summer house?
No, a warehouse.
A warehouse. Oh,
So I feel that they were selling, buying and selling goods.
okay.
Would you know about that?
Perhaps. Unclear.
But you don't know. She showed me something like a bigger hall where the things were not the selling place. I feel that this was more like not a shop in itself. She was buying in bigger quantities and then selling also in bigger quantities. There was something like a big hall where they guarded where they kept the goods.
Okay.
You have no idea about all that, right?
No. No.
No. Okay. Would you understand that your grandmother and your grandfather were living north of the country, northwest of the country?
Yes.
Good. So this is the one that we have. Okay.
Okay.
Living northwest of the country. I feel that they were living in a I feel that they were living in a town that was not a big city, but it was also not really a village. It was more like a town settings. But the town itself was comprised of several compounds that in itself were a little bit like a village, but they all belonged together. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Good. And I feel that at that time, 2 generations back, there were still she's showing me that in this area there she's showing me the center of the town with a with something like a longer street, the center, right? A long street, townhouses made out of a stone left and right, and it was like a shopping street or a main street. That's a better word. A main street, a longer one in the city center.
Yeah, I would
And
understand.
you can
Yeah.
understand that, but on the outskirts, it was a very different picture she shows me. It was scattered houses, some scattered farms, and it was much less modern sometimes. Houses
Yeah.
were made of more of woods, older houses, and I feel also that some people engaged even having animals. I'm not talking about pet animals. I'm having
Mhm.
a talking in something more about something like horses that even were kept for work back then on the outskirts of this town. Would you understand that during that
This
time?
this describes basically every town in Sweden, right? So it's, yes, I would understand it because that's typically how they are built. Yeah.
Every town in Sweden. So I have to tell you, I've never been to Sweden,
Oh
unfortunately,
no, okay, okay. Well, yeah, this
and
describes it perfectly.
I'm not aware of of this how Swedish urbanization actually is.
Yeah.
Right? I
No,
do not know.
exactly. No, no, no. So I think she's trying to tell you that it's Sweden or perhaps
So
Norway
that's
or
Swedish. Okay, thank you. Right.
yes.
Um, I feel that this lady, she's showing me herself in a very in a very tight dress, dark color, but with white ornaments. Yeah,
Yeah.
a dark color with white ornaments. I don't know here and here around there, right, like that. And she's showing me also. It must be she had this kind of quite stiff. I don't know how this called in English. This word, like
Colors. Yes. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, color. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Color. And the hair fashion, and I know hair changes, but the hair fashion that she actually shows me is that she had a lot of hair, long hair, but it was kept not in a bun, but it's kept more like this, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like this held upwards, but
Yep.
a little bit of volume. Do you know pictures of her, or did you see her like this?
No.
No. So you don't
So
understand the hair.
no. No.
Well,
That's like yeah.
would you understand that she had longer hair?
Um, I if it is the person that I'm thinking of, I actually never met her, and I have not been told too much from my family about my past. So everything you're
Hmm.
saying could be true. I just don't know.
Ah, you haven't also seen pictures of her.
Um, no, unfortunately, I have not. No,
Oh, you do. Oh, you do not have too much information about this grandmother,
I
right?
do not. No, I do not. I
I,
just
s-
know
I,
that
s-
she passed away when before when my grandmother was young. So I'm guessing that it's her. Yep.
okay. So let me see what. Would you understand that? Would you know that she had one son that moved to the capital and became quite well off. I don't know, a businessman or maybe local politician or something like that. Would you know about that?
No, I'm sorry.
Yes, sorry. Right. Well, yeah, well, no, don't worry. Okay, so but it looks like it's this is your grandmother, right? Not your grand, you think.
No, I think it's my great grandmother. Yes.
Your great grandmother, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay because to be honest, I'm not sure. Certain great grandmother, right? So
Mm.
if she's here and you don't know anything and you don't, maybe you can verify this with the son.
Yes.
But let me see what she has to tell it to you,
Okay.
and then we will move on, right?
Yeah.
She's very happy to be here with you. Oh yeah, she's very happy to be here with you and just to make a connection.
Yeah.
Right. This is something that she mainly came to make a conscious connection with you since you never met, which also is not necessarily unnatural, right?
Yeah.
And she says she's very happy to see what a lovely, beautiful lady you are, but she's also very happy to see how how you unfold your life path, because for her, her life was very was like all the lives back then dictated by the needs of society, right? They couldn't
Yeah.
be very they could be very individual back then. They couldn't do
Mm.
what they want.
Mm.
And she understands that everything is so different nowadays, but nevertheless, nowadays there are options, right? And you
Yes.
choose the option to not um, to be more individual and
Yeah.
to not only do what society demands you to do, but she says you're actually very individual and you're very independent in your thinking and in your living, right?
Yeah.
And that is something that is very natural, she says. You do that in a natural way, but you also extremely conscious about that, and she's very happy about that because
Oh.
that will bring that will bring you more happiness than the other way around for you personally. She says
Yeah.
it's you personally,
Mm.
and she understands that this is sometimes very difficult for you. Not only difficult, but even very difficult for you to keep your individual, personal um, ways up
Yeah.
against the pressure of society because you feel that pressure of society to do this and this and this, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. And but you have a clear picture of who you want to be and who you are and how life should be. But you are aware that life is not like that, of course. But you have a
Mhm.
clear picture of yourself and what you want to be. And she says, just move forward like that, and everything will work out fine. As long as you stay true to yourself, no matter how difficult it might be,
Yes.
right? The
Yeah.
difficulty is not the biggest problem, she says. It will be more problematic for you to if you cease to be yourself and give in to the demands of the society,
Mhm.
then it will be even more difficult for you because then you will leave your path of happiness.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
so that's something that she wants to give to you in as a great grandmother,
Mm.
and and next year there's a possibility that something emotionally enriching will cross your pathway.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
next year, and she says you should fully embrace it, right? Right?
Okay.
You should simply that you should fully embrace it. Okay,
Yeah. Yes.
so
Yeah.
please remember that.
I will remember that. I will remember that.
And now she's leaving, and there's someone else coming through, and but she's very happy with everything how you are, right? And she's
Oh,
very pleased to see that, right?
yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Um, I feel that there's a gentleman stepping forwards now. I feel that this gentleman, was a very settled man. I see him well dressed with a slight belly, not too much, quite normal for. I see him here as an elderly man. I see him with a beard and with glasses. Okay, with a beard and with glasses. And this is also again an elderly generation. Um, would you understand this as a grandfather of yours? Beard and glasses.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
He's telling me that you knew him actually.
Yeah, I did.
Because this is on the fatherly side of your family, right?
Could be. I thought it was the opposite, but yeah. I
Could be.
mean,
So now let's make that clear. Because
okay. Yes.
both of your grandfathers had glasses and a beard.
No, only one had a beard, but the other
Let,
one,
let's stick.
yeah.
Let's stick with then with the beard so far. Maybe I will rectify that, right? Okay.
Mhm.
But glasses, beard, a little bit of a belly would fit, right?
Yeah.
Right. You would understand that. You would understand that this man was. Um, he's telling me he was an eloquent speaker. He could speak very well. He could shape his words, and he did that in the family. And he also did that some outside the family. He's showing me himself in some reunions. I feel reunions where he is in front of some people and where he's standing upright and giving a speech. Right? Would you understand that situation?
Yes.
And that is something that he enjoyed very much. A very distinguished man,
Mm.
a very intelligent man, and I also feel that he had some sort of a higher education.
No, but he was in the military.
He was in the military.
So for him, that could be.
For him, that could be let me see.
He's very was proud of that. Yes.
He was very proud of that. Okay. But would you understand that in the military, he was engaged with intellectual tasks?
Um, no, I don't know that much.
You
So
don't know that much.
yeah.
Because he wants to emphasize his intellect, right? But
Okay.
not only speaking, but also his intellect and his intelligence. And
Yes.
he's showing me something. He's showing me paperwork that he was engaged in paperwork.
Okay. Okay.
You don't
I
know about that.
sorry.
But would you agree that he was an intelligent man?
Um, yes, I think so. I was just a child,
You
so
okay, I understand. It's difficult. It's difficult. You,
yeah.
you cannot understand that, right? Um, but we would also understand he was his. You would know that in his community he was very well known. He was a very well-known person. Everyone knew him.
Mm.
Everyone respected him. And he had a business. And he was not only a soldier, he also had his own business. And his business, do you know about that?
No, no.
Or is it wrong? You do,
I don't know.
he's showing me a business actually that he was engaged in business, and that was one part of the way he connected to the community.
Mm.
And he's showing me that he was providing some some kind of service to the people regarding houses and regarding some kind of construction work or maintenance of houses, maintenance of construction.
Yeah, that could be. Unfortunately, I think I have to give some more information because this particular grandfather, if it is that person, we did not have a good relationship. So I do not know that much about him. I could understand why he would come through because I think that he mistreated us when we were little. So maybe that's what it is. But I do not know that much about him, unfortunately.
Okay, you don't know about that. Okay, so
Yeah.
nothing like that. Okay, I understand what you say. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that this is the whole link is actually not going too easy actually, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can see that, you can feel that everything is
Yeah.
not so easy. Everything is flowing a little bit heavy, but sometimes it's like that. And this,
No, yes, I know. Yeah, I know.
you
Yeah,
know that
yeah,
that's not the fault of anyone, but there is a reason why things
I know.
why it is like that. So let's
Hmm.
find out the reason, right?
Yeah,
And I think you just hinted onto the reason, actually, to be honest. I feel that and I don't have a problem giving me the information.
yeah. No, no, I'm just trying to because I don't want to um, because it's not that everything is not right. It's just maybe it's not the person I was expecting to come through or even wanted to come through. Yeah. So
Okay.
yes.
Again, like this is like your grandmother. He just wants to come to acknowledge his presence at the moment
Hmm.
and to assure you that you please accept that he has changed
Mm.
in the spirit world. He has changed. And he's actually already still changing, right?
Hmm.
And again, he's bringing the same message as your grandmother, which is very, very important for you. It reflects on what she said, that his life was shaped by the demands of the society.
Yeah.
And he didn't have that strength and that personal awareness of of putting of doing it better, putting it right. He didn't have that strength and the
No.
personal awareness.
Hmm. Yeah.
Now he's very well aware of his life here on earth. And he's also very well aware that you are changing and transforming the whole family pattern.
Yeah.
All right. And he's
Yeah.
very well aware that this is somehow your destiny or your part of your destiny, part of your task.
Yeah. That's what I figured. That's what I've been struggling with for the past couple months, and it's on my mother's side. So I'm guessing that's why they're all coming through. But that's not who I was expecting. I did not want to hear from them. But yeah, so we don't get what we want.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes. And he's also encouraging you to take into account thoroughly to take to the heart into your heart the message of your great grandmother
Yeah.
now with this new perspective.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
that it is actually on one side, it is, of course, an individual personal journey, very much.
Yeah.
But on the other side, it has very much to do with how you change these these unfortunate family patterns that
Yeah.
went in the family from generation to generation
Hmm.
and had an impact on everyone,
Yes.
and that you have taken on the task of transforming that for the whole family and thereby be an expression of the healing power itself,
Yeah. Yes. I
which which is a little bit of a burden, right? It is a little
no,
bit of a
quite a
burden,
lot. Yes, quite a lot. Yeah.
to be to say the least, a little, right?
To say it
But
least.
on the other side, he wants to assure you, yeah, he wants to assure you that the gratification will be tremendous for, on a personal level and on the on the collective family level.
Good to know.
He has so much to do about that in the spirit world, right? He has
Mm.
so much to put right.
Yeah. Yes.
Like so many people, also he's telling me many people here are having are putting things right. He's showing me that it's like he's part of a group of people that are working on the transformation there of the problematic issues that they caused in their life into something more constructive. That is something that happens in the spirit world,
Mm.
and and that's what you have to do. But he says for you, if you continue this pathway in the conscious way, which he has no doubt that you will,
Mm.
in the spirit world, it will be totally different. It will be not like that at all. Ever, right?
Okay.
It is
Yeah.
right. It's just a perspective that he's giving to you, right? Not
Yeah.
that the spirit world is very close to you at the moment, but it's just this perspective that the difficulties of your life are much will bring you such a tremendous reward because you are traveling and bringing upwards and bringing the whole your whole surroundings, your whole family with you in a natural way. You don't even have to fight for that with them, right?
Yeah.
Would you understand that yet that you have at least one brother, if not two? You
Yes.
two,
Yes.
right?
Two. Yes.
Two
Two
brothers. That's
brothers.
it. Two
Yes.
brothers. But
Yes.
one of he's bringing my attention to this one brother, and of these brothers is in not a very good shape psychologically. Would you
Yes.
understand?
Yes. I would understand that. Yes.
Only one.
Yes.
And he says you will not be able uh, uh, to 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 help him directly, right? This is not possible, right?
Yeah.
He's you know he's so closed up and so tight.
Yes.
I feel
Yes.
he's so tight, right?
Totally. Completely. Yes.
Yes, yes, but nevertheless, your actions and your opening up to the beauty of yourself, the beauty of life, and the light in our hearts, which is the pathway that you are undergoing, will have effects on him, even though it will not be it will not be noticed too soon on the surface, but it has an impact on him, a positive impact on him. So be aware
Yes.
of that as well,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. That all makes sense. Complete sense. Yes.
Hmm.
Mm.
He's showing me, he himself is showing me, he mentions cars for him, which he mentions cars. Either he liked his car or yes, he liked, that's it. He was very happy with his, for some reason, he had an emotional affection for his car, which is not uncommon for men, but you would know
Yeah.
about that, right?
No, but yes. Yes. Uh, I think that makes sense too. Yes.
That makes sense too, right? And there was also some, but he showed me that affection for his cars, but also I feel that he had an affection for older cars in general, like old timers or something like that. Would you know
No.
about that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
so, as well, right? So these
Yes.
two things, cars, he liked his car and he liked old timers. Okay, okay, good. So
Yes.
just to clarify another thing that he's here.
Yeah.
And And he also, you must understand a situation at a lake or a water, frozen lake, people doing, I know that this is very Swedish, but
Mhm.
people being on the frozen lake and doing this, with
Yeah.
how is it called? When I went
Yeah.
skating
Yeah.
over, skating over the lake.
Oh, yes. Yeah. He lived next to a lake. So,
He
yes.
lived next to a lake, so you would know that he was aware of that scenery in the
Yes.
wintertime of the
Yes.
lake when he
Yes.
okay, great, thank you.
Yes.
Um and he also had, he was living in a house, he was not living in an apartment,
Yes.
and there were dogs, he had dogs in the house, and
Yes.
the dogs were kept in the background, they had their own huts in the door out, right? We-
I think so. Yes.
it was they were not like pet dogs nowadays kept on the sofa, not like that.
I'm having hard time remembering that. I was quite young, but
He was
yeah.
quite young, but at least you remember that there were dogs around,
Yes, I do.
not
Yes.
just one, at least
Yes.
two. I don't know how much, but dogs,
Yes.
and I see them being kept outside, right?
Yes.
And he's giving me the sound of a bell
Hmm.
in that house. Do you remember? There must have been somewhere in that house. There must have been the sound of a bell.
Oh, I don't know why. I just felt like I remembered. You know how they would have these like dinner bells when you were little, like call someone to come and fetch you? Yeah, I remember us loving to play with that.
You remember that you played with that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't thought about that in years. I just thought about it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you. And he's showing me a pipe.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He smoked a pipe,
He
actually.
smoked a pipe. Good. Right. So all this at the end he brought through, so we can really be sure that it's him and
Yes.
as the needed evidence. So, but the message you already have received, right? That
Yeah.
is a very clear message regarding your life path
Yeah.
and regarding your pathway to happiness.
Yeah. I know. Thank you for
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So from
Yeah.
this a little bit more distant relatives, and I want to the last thing that I wish to bring into is that they are very much aware of their own responsibility, and that's why they're backing you up in your own responsibility of changing things.
Yeah.
And there is something like a stream of destiny within every individual and every family and whole humanity as well. And they also want to connect your consciousness to that stream of destiny because that is a source of power and a source of consolidation for you. So because so you understand in your lonely moments when you wish to cry and you when you have enough, right? That
Yeah.
you can that you understand that you're not alone and that you do this on a broader, with a lot of help, even though you may not feel them in these moments,
Mm.
and for a lot of people, even though you may not be aware of that, that this is exactly the right thing for you to do, right? Go through the issues that you have,
Mhm.
transform them, heal them for yourself, the family, the community, and everyone else. This broader picture will give you a better guidance for everything that you do. That's what they think, and that's why they came and offered this and are offering this to you. And they are very, very, very happy with that, what you do. Oh, and very grateful because you are actually turning around their wrongdoings into the beauty of the for the future generations. And this is something that is so important and such a big task and such a beautiful life that you are living in that respect. I am
Yeah.
extremely grateful for you, to you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
that's really
Thank you.
what I think I needed to hear. Do you mind? Can I just ask you one question? Is that okay?
Of course.
Oh, so I know this is exactly what I needed to hear. I know that, and I know every time the spirits give you what you need to hear. And but I was really hoping to hear from my dad who passed away. I don't know if maybe I was gonna ask if you got any sense that he's like around me or something.
Let me try, okay? Of course, I cannot promise.
No, no, of course not. I'm just yeah, wondering.
Yeah, okay. Uncle, would you understand? Your dad is showing me, if it's your dad, if it's your dad,
Yes.
is showing me a scenery of that when he was dancing. A man was dancing.
Yeah.
In, would you understand that he liked to dance in
Yes.
a in some kind of festivities where people were around?
Yes.
Good.
Definitely. Totally.
Yeah, totally right. And this is a very happy scenery there, very lively scenery, a little bit noisy, everyone
Yeah.
moving around, and that is something that he would enjoy very much.
Yes.
And and I feel also that would you understand that you and him were dancing together on these kind of festivities, right? Right,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
good.
Yes.
And I feel that he actually was more inviting you to dance than the other way around.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
but, 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 it,
Yes.
but it turned out that you did, right? Turned
Yes.
out that you did. Okay, it's good. Right.
Yes.
And I also understand that you had no problem with having a drink or two on these
Yes.
occasions, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I don't mean just beer. I mean this heavy kind of stuff. Okay.
Oh, yes. The schnapps. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. He
yeah.
loves that. Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. Thank you. And I also understand that now he's showing me that he also was um, he liked nature very much, and
Yes.
what he liked to do was he liked to work in outside in the nature. Right, there
Yes.
must have been a place where I see him sawing something, so like wood. I see him
Yes.
sawing like wood out in the nature, even in the cold,
Yes.
and something that gave him a lot of inner pleasure. So this is more like a quiet, right? The
Yes.
quiet side of him with
Yes.
nature, right? And
Yes.
there must have been some place apart from the home, something like a house or a hut
Yes.
or some
Yes.
apart from the home where he
Yes.
spends some time
Yes.
there working his way around there with wood and something like that. I feel that there was a fireplace involved, right?
Yes.
I feel that
Yes.
there was a fireplace involved, and he had to do the wood. And I also feel that he very much he was skiing as well. He's showing me skiing.
Yes. 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 He did ski.
He
Yeah.
did ski, good. He did ski, and also I feel that the whole family went skiing together. It was not only him. The whole
Yeah.
family was keen to also that he enjoyed that very much.
Yes.
He
Yes.
enjoyed it very much. That was
Yeah.
so good. And I also understand that uh, he has some kind of humor, I feel. I feel
Yes.
like he has some kind of humor, right?
Yes. Yes.
He's a,
He was
he's a
very,
funny
very
man.
funny.
He also
Very
could be very funny because
Yeah.
he's bringing out and mentioned he engaged also in helping in the kitchen, but it was not his favorite, right? He did that, but he was doing that with a little bit of reluctance, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Understand that he
Yes.
showed me this cleaning the plates, and that sometimes you must understand that there must have been at least one situation where he dropped down the plate and it burst, and nobody was really angry, but it was just an expression of his discontent being
Yes.
in the kitchen and having to work in the kitchen, right?
He did not like to clean. He liked to cook, but not clean.
But it's clean. Okay, so it's about the cleaning, right?
Yes,
This
the
one.
cleaning. Yes.
He
Yeah.
didn't like the cleaning. Okay, good. That's what he didn't like. Right. And I feel that I feel that he he had a he had a very steady life, and he had a very steady job as well.
Yes.
He had one job, one work
Yes.
for most of his time. He wasn't changing works or
Yes.
different works at the same time. It was
Mhm.
one work
Yeah.
that he did, and he did it very well. I feel that every morning at the same time he
Yeah.
went out of the house. He had a brown bag with him. You understand
Mhm.
that? The or a suitcase or something like that.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know about
You
that,
know,
but yeah,
I
but
feel
yeah,
that
he was.
that I feel, and I feel it was more like an office work.
Both actually. Yeah,
Both.
but it just makes sense. Yes. So
So,
it was he was in the union for his work, and he was very proud of that part. So
oh,
yeah.
all
Hmm.
right. So that was the office work
Hmm.
that he showed me, and I also understand that. Oh, but there were also some emotional ups and downs with him that he's bringing out to my attention. He
Yes.
he could have he had no he had times when he had downers, right? But
Yeah.
real downers, right? He was not always so happy and
Yeah.
funny. He had his real downers when he
Yeah.
was sitting there, and he's showing me a certain place in your house, somewhere more in the back I'm
Yeah.
not sure in the back where he was sitting then there and thinking and not feeling right
Yeah.
and not wanting to have company and
Yeah.
being in kind of a depression. Would you understand that?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
that
Yeah.
also was part
Mm.
of his
Hmm. Yeah.
character. But he loved his children so much. He
Yeah.
was a really he loved his parenthood.
Yeah.
He loved being a father, and I feel that he engaged in being with the children in numerous ways. He was not a distant father, right?
No.
He was on the spot. He was hands-on, and it was not. He was. I see him sitting on the ground with the smaller children, playing around and being in a kind of chaos with the small children and everything, right? And okay, we especially he liked these festivities, as we have shown in the beginning. He liked
Yeah.
Christmas, he liked
Oh,
birthdays, and he also liked family gatherings.
yeah. He loved them.
He
Yeah.
loved all that.
Yes, that makes so much sense. Yeah.
And and you would understand that he also loved your mother very much, and he liked to show off with her because she was very beautiful.
Yeah.
And he was very proud to have this beautiful wife with him and to show them to the people. And he also was very content that your mother liked to make herself beautiful, right?
Hmm.
Your mother liked to make herself beautiful, nice dress and everything, right? And he enjoyed it so much. So he was a proud man with a beautiful wife, beautiful
Yeah.
children, and he showed them to all of them, and that it was there was somehow this sense of beauty, pride, happiness, and an embedment in the community was very much his life, right? Was very
Yes.
much his life.
Yeah.
So he says he's fully content with his life despite the different setbacks that he suffered in his life. There must have been setbacks that also infected him somehow in his life. I feel setbacks financially, and I feel also setbacks with his own parents. He didn't have a good relationship with his own parents.
Mhm.
You understand that?
Some, yeah.
Some. I feel
Yeah.
that there were difficulties with his parents. Let's
Mhm.
phrase it a little bit more
Yeah.
smooth. But I also feel that he did not bring that too much into his own family. So your family unit and your family happiness at home was was very good actually.
Mhm.
Very good. All right. And now and he really enjoys and enjoyed so much of the time with you. He enjoyed very much to be the one that gave you advice when you were confused, especially during your younger years. You came to him
Yeah.
asking advice and help when you didn't know what's going on, right? In your teen years and even a little bit earlier, you went to your father, and
Yes.
he knew how to give you the advice in
Yeah.
a real sense, in a serious sense, without being heavy or something like that, right? So
Mhm.
that's something that he enjoyed very much because he understood that also would give you the correct direction in life, and he takes and again great pride in
Yeah.
that he did that,
That
right?
makes a lot of sense because sometimes he would even give me advice when I didn't ask for it. So yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's
So,
it. Yeah.
so you understand that he loves you totally, and he loves your whole family, and he understands that everyone's suffering because he left, and
Yeah.
he himself also. I have to say, he himself also suffered in the beginning afterwards, right? He suffered for the that he, but now he says he's different because he understands now that this is simply a part of life and this has to be, and he overcame his suffering through a new through the new environment that he's in that is giving him a lot of support and is connecting him with a sense of love rather than the sense of loss.
Okay.
So he's very, very well now. And he had a strong illness at the end of his life. They suffered a lot at the very end of his life. You
Yes.
understand that? As he
Yeah.
says, that has no meaning, right? This is even the psychological outcomes of that quickly vanish within the vicinity of love and care that we all receive in the spirit world. Okay? So you have
Mm.
to understand that he's very well, he's very happy, and he's very extremely interested in your life, in yours and your siblings. And he steps in with the same message as as your grandfather and your great grandmother, that he's extremely proud of you bringing further this kind of improvement of life, because he also wants this is bring in that he did improve his lifestyle in the in the emotional respect very much in comparison to how he grew up with his family, right?
Mhm.
So this is okay. Obviously, this is something that is happening in your family, and he did that prior to you, and you are taking that further, right?
Yeah.
So there's a
Yes.
strong connection in that sense between him and you, actually,
Yes.
a
Yes.
very strong connection, right?
Yeah.
Right, in that sense of transformation of transformating the heavy duty of life into happiness. Your grandfather was not very helpful, right? But your father was very much engaged in that. he could do that, right?
Yeah.
And he did no, he did that. He did that with your family and you as well. And with your own family, you will have the same privilege to do that and lead it to even more hates and even more family. And again, there's not the slightest thing to worry about anything for you. It says, and every time that you feel somehow lost and somehow stuck in a difficult situation, because that is something that you experience quite a bit, that you feel stuck in
Yes.
difficult situations, right? And
Yes.
rather than being lost, you don't have the feeling of being lost, you have the feeling of being stuck more, right? That's
Yes.
and he is there, and open your heart to him and his guidance, and he will give you that guidance on a subtle, subconscious, energetic, loving level. If you open your loving heart to him, he will be there, and then you will receive the guidance, and at a given point in time, it will come to the surface of your awareness. That's how it works. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
So he is very proud of your lifestyle. He's very you would understand that you are doing things at the very moment, and we will not go into details, that he
Yes.
would not always approve when he was here, right? You understand that?
Yes.
But he's laughing now again. He doesn't prove it now because he also understands that he could also a little bit stubborn sometimes, right? Stubborn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He
Very
also
much.
could well be stubborn and had his opinions and not always wanted to change them, right? Even
Yeah.
though it wouldn't be nothing actually, but he didn't want. But so and he also expressed that, right? He didn't hold that back, right?
No,
He didn't
no.
hold it back. He
Yeah. I
expressed
know.
that.
He was very expressive. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And but now he's laughing about that, and he's not so stubborn anymore, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, no, no. He's saying he's not to stop anymore because you learn in the spirit world to go deeper and to see the underlying context and the underlying direction of everything that is happening. And then you cannot be stubborn anymore because you
Yeah.
understand why things are happening.
Yeah.
And and he says he's approving the things that you do right now, which to the fullest. Again, nothing to worry about, nothing to because that is important for you, right? Then he says there shouldn't be any doubt in respect to your relationship between him and you. He's 100% backing you up, 100%
That's good to know.
with you.
Does
Only
he? Oh, sorry.
the stubbornness and the opinions have vanished, they're gone.
Mm. Can
He
he see
can,
how much I miss him?
yes, yes, I can see that.
Okay, good. Mm.
So he loves you with all his heart, and he feels so very privileged that you love him as well.
Yeah.
And he's, again, when you feel stuck, he's there with you. He's always with you, but then especially, he feels that is especially when you can open up his heart to his guidance. Okay.
Yeah.
He wants to talk about one brother of yours, the other one that is a little bit better off.
Yeah. Yes.
This brother is older than you, but you are like his older sister,
Okay. Yes.
right?
Yes.
He wants you to take him by the hand, not necessarily literally, but more emotionally, and guide him into the knowledge that you have. He
Yeah.
doesn't, he doesn't have that, but he's receptive.
Yeah.
So unlike the other brother, where you at the moment you cannot do nothing, but this other brother can be guided by you into your wisdom.
Yeah. Well, the problem is he's not speaking to me at the moment. So.
You will check that out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, there's a reason why your father brings that in to back you up, right?
Yes, I can see that. Yeah.
If it would be easy going,
Yeah.
he would have
Yes.
maybe he would have said that in a different way.
Yes. I know. Uh, Okay.
Okay, so but again, he says, do it easy, right? Don't force anything, right? Take it easy and do it easy, right? It must come and it will come naturally. It will
Yeah.
not also, he says there won't be too much of a problem. You will see things will open up. Things will open up. Next year for you, things will open up and will be more flowing and more fluid, right? That's okay.
Okay.
So that's, yeah, again, he brings that again. Be open to an emotional upgrade, so to speak. That's a stupid word. That's my
Yes.
word.
I, yes.
Be open to an emotional expansion. That sounds better. So an emotional expansion next year. Just embrace it and and don't be afraid of it.
Yeah.
Uh, right? Because in the beginning, it might be sound a little bit challenging, but it is very positive. It will be very positive for you.
Okay. Good.
Right.
Good. No, thank you. Yeah.
So thank you. I leave you with all his love
Thank
and
you.
all his backing up.
Yeah, this was very helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for this. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm literally in like awe because it's just I it was everything that I needed to hear. And so I thank you for your time and I thank you for what you did.
Right.
Thank
I
you.
thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandra. Goodbye.
Bye.